I think that culturally we're experiencing an epidemic of loneliness, and if we rely solely on apps to reach out and get help, we're losing the most important element of therapy, which is the human element. Apps are really useful for people to fill in the gaps where people might not be able to access therapy, but at the same time, they aren't actually therapy. So psychotherapy used to be one thing. You'd go to an office and you'd sit with your therapist. But now all of these startups are trying to provide therapy through your phone, whether that's through apps that do online therapy, text-based therapy, or ways of measuring your mood with algorithms and metrics. I think that the value of the apps is that they do fill in the gaps where therapy becomes a little bit inaccessible to people. Part of it has to do with cost. I think the apps are much more reasonable in terms of what people can afford, and also in terms of logistics, taking the time to drive to an office, to park, to take time out of your day. But I don't think that the experience of using an app is the same as the experience of being in the office with a therapist. One of the most important factors in the success of people's therapy is their relationship with their therapist. And when you go every week and you sit with the same person, you develop a relationship that allows you to be more vulnerable, that allows you to trust more. A colleague of mine calls Skype therapy, she says it's like doing therapy with a condom on. There's something about the energy of sitting in a room face-to-face with someone that's qualitatively different from seeing somebody over a screen. There's something about the intimacy of being in the room, about the way you can hear someone breathe, the way you can pick up on little details that you probably wouldn't pick up on over a screen. Sometimes it's helpful for patients to use tools to help understand how their moods are changing over time, because sometimes it's hard to see that actually, yes, I have less anxiety, yes, I'm experiencing less sadness per day than I used to be. So in that sense, I think they're helpful. But I also think that it's important for people to be able to check in with themselves and understand what their moods are, because we can't always use an app or an algorithm to know how we're feeling. We have to be able to understand ourselves on a deeper level. I think there is something intangible about the relationship between a therapist and a patient, and you don't know if it's the right match until you're actually sitting in the room with that person. So I think that an algorithm might help you to get closer to the person that will be a good match, but I don't think you'll know if you actually have that good match until you have experience in real life with that person.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.